What is up guys, it's your boy Swole. I'm here, back with another Palworld video. Now the Feybreak update has changed the meta quite a bit, both when it comes to which pals you want to have in your party, and the pals you want to have in your base, as well as the stats you want to have on those pals as well. Now today I'll be talking more about one pal that has really changed with the Feybreak update. Even though no changes has actually happened to the pal itself, it is still way stronger than it was before. And to give you a couple of examples, even though I have made separate videos about this, a couple of things that have changed is, for example, instead of having a Nubis in your base to have Handiwork, for example, there are now many other pals you might want to have in your base, specifically when it comes to Handiwork. And the reason for that is that other pals will also have level 4 Handiwork, but in addition to that, they will be at Nocturnal by being a Dark Pal. So two examples of this would, for example, be Celine right here, which also has level 4 Handiwork, or level 5, as you can see here, fully condensed, so the same as a Nubis, and it's a Dark Pal, and being dark will by essence mean that they will also be working throughout the nighttime, because they are basically intrinsically nocturnal, so you don't need to sacrifice a passive skill to have Nocturnal. They basically have 5 traits. You can have Serious, Work Slave, Artisan, Remarkable Craftsmanship, and they will still be nocturnal, because they are dark. You also have Splatterina, which is the same thing, level 4 Handiwork, and level 5 when fully condensed, right? And also, once again, is a dark type, so will be working throughout the nighttime. Now, that's just one of the new things we have in this update. We also have, for example, these right here, the applied power generation technique, the applied manual labor technique, and the applied transportation technique. We also have books like this for every single work suitability or job in the game, so you can make your pals even better at whatever they are currently doing. And that is what we are using today. So I'll just say this right now, these books are incredibly hard to come by, and the strategy we're talking about today will be for the absolute endgame, but will be a game changer. So let's talk about, for example, making ammo in this game. We have one pal that is incredibly good at this, and that is Ribbuny. The reason for that is the passive, or not the passive, but like the partner skill Ribbuny gets, and as you can see here above my head right now, while in team increases the attack power of neutral pals. That is the thing we don't care about, but underneath that, while at a base, increases the work efficiency if working at a weapon workbench. Now this means this pal is one of the best, if not the absolutely best, when it comes to working at a weapon workbench. That being said, Ribbuny only has Handiwork level 2 when fully condensed, typically has Handiwork level 1, also has Transporting level 1 and Gathering level 1. Obviously, as you can see here, when fully condensed, they will be level 2, and I also have, if you look, if I can just show the stats here, that is behind my web camera, but I have this one with basically perfect stats, so you can see we have Serious, Work Slave, Artisan, and Remarkable Craftsmanship. This is an absolutely beast crafter. Now, once again, they will increase their work speed by quite a bit when at a weapon workbench, and by exactly how much we can go to this website, which I have linked quite a few times. I'll try to leave a link for this one as well, but either way, it's this website right here, PalDB or Pal database, and as you can see, the work speed is actually increased by quite a bit. You can see right here, work speed plus 200%, and all the way down when fully maxed out, plus 400%, specifically when working at a weapon workbench. Now, in prior versions of the game, like prior updates, this pal hasn't really been the best, because once again, even though they have plus 400%, they only have level 1 Handiwork, or level 2 when fully condensed, and having a level 5, for example, is very good in comparison to just a level 2. That being said, the books we now have access to, that changes absolutely everything. I currently have 4 applied manual labor techniques, and I can use this to increase the level of Handiwork of my Ribbuny. So right now he has level 2 Handiwork. Increasing this right now, this will up it by plus 1, and we can keep doing this all the way until plus 5. So right now we have 3 level Handiwork, now we have 4 level Handiwork, and now we have 5 level Handiwork, or maxed out Handiwork. Now, to show you how fast this pal can be when it comes to working at a base, this is my Ribbuny at the moment with level 5 Handiwork after those applied techniques, and this is my Anubis at also level 60 and fully condensed and plus 20, or like fully maxed out in work speed as well, using essences. Basically, these two pals are the same level, the same condensed level, and the same power up level. They both also have level 5 in Handiwork. Now for this, we are going to run two separate tests, and the first thing I want to test out is how literal is this effect. It says while at the base increases the work efficiency if working at weapon workbench. It doesn't say a weapon workbench, it says weapon workbench specifically. So I want to test out, is this only for a regular weapon workbench, or can we also use it for the weapon assembly line? So over here we're going to be making a couple of rifle ammos at the moment, even though I don't really use any rifle ammo. So right here we're gonna make, let's just see, we can make about, don't need to make that many, do we? We can make 31 of them, and then we see how fast this goes. I've also built this on my roof, so like Ribbuny is the only pal that is gonna reach this, and you can see how fast this is being made at the moment. And the thing is, I think the assembly line makes this process go even faster as well. So even if it's just the same speed, like the same speed would be this not working, let's just see how much faster it is over here. And the reason why I want to test this out is that some of the ammo can only be made at the assembly line itself, right? We're just going to go back and make like 60 of them once again and see how fast that goes on this one. So over here, now we can craft again. And as you can see, I believe this one goes significantly faster, and I do believe that Ribbuny does carry over the stat over to the assembly line as well, which means you can use this to craft the endgame ammo. And if you're playing Palworld right now at the endgame, you will know you'll be making quite a lot of ammo, and having a Ribbuny at the base to make that ammo will be very good. Now, one more test here just to see if Ribbuny actually benefits when it comes to the weapon assembly line. We can make some of the assault rifle ammo, which I burn through a lot of anyway. Actually, never mind, let's make some missile ammo. I do have quite a few of those already, but let's just make 101 missile ammo right here, and we're gonna start this off by making it with Anubis to see how fast that goes. So right here, taking out Anubis right now, and you can see how fast he makes the ammo. In this case, this takes quite a while. I'm not gonna make all of this with Anubis, I'm just showing you the speed at the moment, and then we're going to swap over to Ribbuny and see if Ribbuny does this any faster. And if Ribbuny does, then you know which pal you want to have when it comes to making ammo at the end game. So once again, this right here is Anubis' work speed. Let's take Anubis out right now, because I do believe you've seen roughly how fast this goes, and you can compare that to Ribbuny's speed right about now. And I believe Ribbuny does this quite a lot faster, so it seems like the benefits here does carry over. This means that Ribbuny, if you get to the point of getting these books right here, will be the best pal to have in your base when it comes to handiwork, specifically for the weapon workbench. And the weapon workbench is once again where you make your ammo as well, so it's absolutely best in slot for making ammo. So there you have it, Ribbuny is the best pal when it comes to making ammo and just working at the weapon assembly line specifically. So if you get to once again the point of getting those applied manual labor techniques, start working on getting a Ribbuny. I would say that is the best way to spend those labor techniques, especially early. At least to get to the point of having one Ribbuny to make this ammo for you. If you only have one, you can then carry the Ribbuny with you and just set the Ribbuny to specifically work at the weapon workbench. Additionally, you can have one base that you make all your ammo at, and then you can go to the monitoring stand and make sure your Ribbuny is always working on the weapon workbench. Once again, that can be put right here. You go to weapon assembly line 2, and then you put your pals in, and you only force Ribbuny to work at that bench 24/7. As you can see, we currently have Ribbuny working at this exact workbench right here in the weapon assembly line 2, and that is the best way to make ammo in Palworld at the moment, and you can increase your efficiency by up to 400%. Once again, if you are playing Palworld at the end game, you probably already know how much ammo you burn through, and making them 400% faster is definitely good to know about. So hopefully you enjoyed these tips and tricks, and just me testing out how good Ribbuny actually is. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below, and let me know in the comments, did you already know about this? If you did, then good for you, and thank you once again for watching. I'll see you again in the next video very soon.